As the COVID-19 era has continued, for a long time it seems that all sorts of terms are emerging these days. Have you heard the term magic wearing? People who only make the upper part of their faces look nice with a mask and walk around are jokingly referred to as magic wearers or mask scammers. While it's said in jest, hearing that made me think of my own saying that appearances aren't everything. I am Royal Master Kim Byom-Soo, here to tell you that what you see is not all there is. I worked at a construction company for 20 years, and back then, I naively thought that working there was preparing for my future. Since it was a large corporation, everything looked good on the surface, so I worked there without any doubts, thinking it was my company. However, after returning from overseas work and experiencing changes in my environment and situation, I suddenly felt that this company was not mine. I realized that this company would not take responsibility for my future, which led me to start my own business. But running my own business turned out to be much harder than working for a company. I had to solve all the problems myself, and various issues made my business very challenging. At that time, my sponsor, who is my brother-in-law, suggested that I look into Atomy. Initially, I dismissed it, thinking, why should I look into that? I had no interest in it. However, by chance, I attended a lecture by Park Han-gil about the 4 criteria for choosing a company, which piqued my curiosity. If what the chairman said was true, this could be a huge success, and Atomy could really become a large corporation. So I started to take an interest and look into it. Having experience from working at a company and managing one, I had my doubts, but I was also curious if it was truly possible. So I began studying Atomy. The first person to oppose my interest in Atomy was my wife. She asked me how I could trust that company, saying that if it failed, it would be a waste of time, and that if I couldn't verify it, I shouldn't even start. In fact, my wife's concerns were valid. Network marketing is not an immediate money-making business. It's about preparing for the future. Therefore, I believe the safety of the company is the most important factor when choosing this business. If the company doesn't last long, it would indeed be a waste of time. Moreover, asking others to join the business could be a burden, and I felt that it could ultimately lead to a waste of time for myself as well. So, I began to investigate how this company was doing and whether it was safe. I pondered whether, as the chairman said, someone like me could succeed, and whether it would truly not be a waste of time, as my wife feared. After careful consideration, I decided to look into it. I told my wife that I would check it out and began to study Atomy intensively for 3 months. At first, it was important for me to verify whether the words of Park Han-gil, which had initially impressed me, were true. According to the chairman, this could be successful, but I wondered if I could really trust that statement. I thought it was essential to first check objective indicators and what was visible. Of course, I mentioned earlier that what is visible is not everything, but for me, confirming what is visible was crucial. So, I started by checking the company's financial statements. Among them, the individual audit report materials were what made me look at Atomy again. Even at that time, the financial status was showing very impressive results. But I have checked the recent financial status once again. First of all, the most noticeable data was the cost ratio. In the case of famous, imported brand cosmetics, it is said that the cost ratio of high-priced brands is only 10%, and most people take this for granted as the brand value. However, Atomy's average cost ratio over the past 10 years was 43.79%, And based on 2019 data, it had an astonishing cost ratio of 46.2%. The second indicator was the debt ratio, which shows how much of the company's assets are liabilities. A ratio below 100% is considered healthy. In 2019, Atomy's debt ratio was 21.34%, a very low figure, indicating that it is indeed an outstanding company. The chairman also emphasizes the daily liquidation system and debt-free management. Additionally, it is a principle that when products arrive at partner companies, they are paid in cash within a week. Many partner companies have described Atomy's payment method as a new world. Finally, the liquidity ratio is a crucial indicator for assessing a company's ability to pay its debts. Generally, a ratio above 200% is considered very good. And in 2019, Atomy's liquidity ratio was 330.4%, showing that it has already become a superlative company. By reviewing these substantial materials, I was able to confirm that the company Atomy is operating very stably and has a solid financial structure. So I gradually began to have faith in Atomy and started to take more interest in the business. Then, the next step is to verify the CEO's management skills and ethics when deciding on this company. In fact, the fate of a company often hinges on the capabilities of its management. Therefore, in the securities industry, when investing in a company that one is not familiar with, it is quite common to invest based on the management. The chairman of Atomy has demonstrated outstanding management skills by achieving 1 trillion won in sales in just 10 years. And objective data confirms this exceptional capability. Next is the aspect of ethics, which is more challenging to verify since there is no direct data to confirm management philosophies. From my perspective, I began attending the Success Academy to observe the chairman's words and actions firsthand. Watching the chairman tirelessly deliver lectures made me feel that his words were genuine. I felt intuitively that I could trust him. After all, if he were insincere, he wouldn't be able to lecture for hours in front of thousands of people. Typically, other CEOs just come to seminars, greet the members with a few words and leave. However, witnessing the chairman actively engaging and lecturing made me feel his sincerity. After 3 months, my doubts transformed into belief, and I told my wife, after studying this, I don't think this company will fail, so we should give it a try. Since I understood this company from the beginning and started this business, I have never worried about whether I would succeed, except for the initial period of contemplating whether to start the business. Most founders of network marketing companies are wealthy individuals who start their businesses primarily to make money. However, Atomy is a unique company founded by someone who was also in poor credit, along with 17 others in similar situations, to share profits together, because the CEO has experience in network marketing. He tailored the compensation framework for beginners and established a cap, completing the infinite levels and accumulation. He was already well aware that if the company collapsed, it would cause significant harm to many people. Therefore, he understood how a network marketing company should operate. And through his experience, he was able to reduce conflicts between business operators and management. He became a manager who could fulfill all the needs that operators should know, such as know-how for center operations. The company also implemented a cooperative system that encourages collaboration among different lines, creating a structure where those lacking abilities can succeed. Additionally, the initial ability of the chairman to act as a sponsor for all operators is something that founders without experience in network marketing could never achieve. So far, Atomy has gained consumer trust by not raising prices for 10 years and has also earned the trust of business operators by not changing the reward system for another 10 years. All of this can be seen as the management ability of a CEO with experience in network marketing. When asked what the most important quality is for a CEO leading a company, it is undoubtedly management ability. Of course, one can take management courses, study through books, or attend lectures, but there are many things that we cannot understand without direct experience. Therefore, I believe that this experience is an important aspect for the management. Since Chairman Park Han-gil worked in an automotive parts manufacturing company, he understood the dynamics of the manufacturing industry well and was able to accurately analyze production costs, which I think allowed him to launch products at optimal prices from the very beginning. I believe that the experiences gained from internet shopping malls, network marketing, and various other ventures provided the foundation that enabled Park Han-gil to lead Atomy to become a large corporation. I think that by starting an online shopping mall platform company and failing, I was able to create a company that does not go bankrupt. It seems that we were able to create the post-platform Atomy by anticipating the limitations of platform companies. In management, there was an emphasis on the idea that eliminating work is the best way to work, with the claim that the ultimate goal is a fully automated company. For example, initially orders were taken via fax or phone, but the company decided to accept all orders only through the internet, even at the cost of reduced sales. Now, Atomy automatically manages inventory in the warehouse based on the orders from customers without a purchasing process. If the warehouse stock is low, an automatic order is generated. This kind of management has reportedly led to a productivity of over 7 billion won per employee at one point. The profits generated are not redirected to company profits, but are instead used to stabilize prices and increase quantities, thereby returning benefits to consumers. For instance, the quantity of products has increased from 30 to 40, 48, 54, and 60 packs, while the price remained the same. Toothpaste quantities increased from 180 grams to 200 grams, and foam cleansing products from 120 grams to 150 grams, demonstrating proactive management. This is a proactive management strategy aimed at maintaining absolute quality and absolute pricing while considering potential competitors. I believe these experiences and strategies have laid the groundwork for post-platform business. Atomy has already completed its platform with 16 million members worldwide and is expanding globally. It is growing into a new concept distribution company where each individual becomes a platform, allowing for infinite expansion worldwide. I mentioned earlier that not everything visible is all there is. I often tell many people these days that if they don't want to have regrets, they should at least take a look at it once. There are things that are not visible unless you look closely, and I hope people will carefully consider those aspects. I feel like I started Atomy by fate. I encountered Atomy as if by destiny when my business suddenly faced difficulties, and I now see it as my mission to inform others of the undeniable value of Atomy. Based on the thoughts of Chairman Park Han-gil, Atomy was established on experience and is achieving everything one step at a time with strong execution power, embodying the management philosophy of survival, speed, and balance, as well as the goals of customer success, being a hub of distribution, and being an ultra-ethical company. I believe that Atomy's birth in South Korea is truly a blessing for ordinary people who dream of success. I am truly happy every day that just by learning about Atomy and making the choice, an ordinary person like me is achieving such extraordinary success day by day. I sincerely hope that I have been of some help in allowing more people to accept this great information. This has been Royal Master Kim Byung-soo.